The thumbnail was super clickbaity because I actually really like Charlie Cox, and I don't think anyone else would disagree with me. But Daredevil gave us what any 2000s superhero movie did, which was a lot of spandex, some cheesy lines, and some crazy action. And I'm here for it. So let's get into what's not that bad about Daredevil 2003. Welcome to It's Not That Bad with me, Jared, where we blindly watch movies from 2003 and rate them and see what's actually good about them, because there are a lot of bad ones. I was watching Daredevil Born Again the other day, just finished it, lovely series, and I saw that they had the 2003 Daredevil on the suggested tab after I was done watching it. And, you know, I was getting off like that Daredevil high. Okay, I just finished the series, that first season, and really I felt like watching something that was kind of like semi-related. So I turned this movie on and I did not look back. First, seeing it, I was immediately satisfied with the whole origin story, because frankly, the Daredevil series, even from the Netflix one, really just alludes to what happens and like doesn't do like deep explanations. And here we get the cheesy but sad scenes of Matt Murdock going blind from chemicals in a barrel due to him being disappointed in his dad for taking up a job from like this crime boss, which is extremely sad, but also just a massive turn of events for him. He's like disappointed at his dad, then suddenly he just goes blind and is in the hospital and he doesn't know what's going on. And honestly, he then goes into the hospital and we're like, wait, like what's going on? Why is he seeing things like a bat? Turns out he just sees things like a bat. And I love how this version actually like visualizes that for us, because we don't really see how Matt sees in the Born Again or even the Netflix series. And also you get the typical 2000s thing where he gets bullied as a child, because bullies, first of all, and then he also later then gets bullied after he goes blind for being blind. Speaking of him being able to see like a bat, that whole rain scene where like the sound droplets from the rain or make it so he could just see everything. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that that's how like ultrasonic radar, you know, whatever, that I didn't know that's how it worked. But also I feel like the rain would just be really annoying, right? Like it's just white noise. Like you just can't like see anything because there's just so much whoosh. And how you visualize that is just like, I visualize white noise, like from a TV that's like crackling from those old TVs. Second thing, okay, this cast is beyond anything I could have asked for, okay? Because you had, Ben Affleck, of course, as Daredevil. Amazing take. He was into the script. He really wanted to get it right. Obviously, this wasn't like the best interpretation of Daredevil, but they still had Jennifer Garner as Elektra, who also knows how to fight, by the way, but dies because she thought Matt was like her father's killer and like went after him, and then like Bullseye eventually just takes her down. But like, here's the thing, she actually didn't even notice that the person that killed her father was Bullseye. And Bullseye, by the way, is played by none other than Colin Farrell. Insane. Colin Farrell's amazing. With his whole like, you know, like target bullseye on his forehead as well. I'm like, man, this movie really just went all out for these characters. His power, by the way, is kind of strange because he can just like take anything and use it to kill you, like throw it at you to kill you. Think like cards or like pills or anything throwable, and he can kill you with it, but just by just throwing it. And then Michael Duncan, R.I.P., the big guy from the Green Mile, he was amazing. I thought he was a great Kingpin. You know, he was actually a lot more approachable. You know, but personally, I favor this Kingpin over Vincent D'Onofrio because it just seems like this Kingpin was like a lot more approachable, and Vincent's is just really scary sometimes. I get really anxious whenever I watch him because, and that's how you know it's a good performance. I just get too scared, if I'm being honest. We also get Jon Favreau as Foggy. Okay, I did not expect that. But he, like, they don't even really call him Foggy. They just are like, oh, whatever your name is, actually not Foggy. But now that I think about it, they could definitely bring back Jon Favreau as Foggy in like a different, like in a multiverse type of thing, you know? Third, this 2000s movie is so cheesy. For me, it has just set the bar. For example, Matt's weird thing in this movie, in order to like charm Elektra, is he does this like sexy sniff. Okay? Now I know he has an elevated sense of smell, but the sexy sniff is way too cheesy for me. He literally comes up to Elektra, like just goes up to her shoulder and he's like, oh. And he thinks he's like so smooth about it. That's weird. Like, why would you just go up and sniff a girl? I mean, unless you're blind, I guess that makes sense. But still weird if it's a blind guy. But really, I'm all for it. That scene did crack me up. For the soundtrack, they used a lot of emo music. When they put on My Immortal, and especially Bring Me to Life, they played it in some montages, and just so you know, Bring Me to Life is by Evanescence. It's the one that's like, how can you sing to me? I butchered the lyrics there, but like that beginning, with Elektra's montage, oh my gosh, the training montage is so cheesy. And the thing is, I sang along while she was, you know, breaking things and cutting stuff up. I really felt the fierceness from Jen in that moment because of the song. And then there's that scene where Matt and Elektra are fighting in a park full of children, mind you. And that in itself is cheesy in the first place because you really shouldn't fight like that around children, right? Like, you'd hurt one of them. But the ultimate cheesy part was when he takes his cane, he throws it up in the air, he takes off his jacket, and then is like fighting stance, catches the cane back. Okay, and I am so here for it. I will say that there are some things that don't make sense. Like, why does Daredevil sleep in a sensory deprivation tank? Like, are his senses really just that strong even in the nighttime? Are his senses just too stimulating? Like, even when going to bed, I guess? I don't know. Also, isn't it a health hazard to sleep in a tank like that? Can't he drown? Anyways, seems a little concerning. Yeah.